My sister said, "I'm pregnant with your fiance's baby." I burst out laughing because actually life had its way of throwing curveballs at the most unexpected moments. My name is Lily, and up until a month before my wedding, I thought I had everything under control. I was marrying the love of my life, Ethan, a man who had been my rock through thick and thin. Together, we had faced challenges, built dreams, and planned for a future that seemed almost too perfect to be true. What I didn't anticipate, however, was that my biggest challenge would come from within my family. Specifically, my sister, Emma. Emma was the type of person who thrived on attention. Growing up, she was the golden child, always praised for her beauty, her charm, and her ability to command a room. Meanwhile, I was the quieter sibling, more reserved and often overlooked. I had grown used to living in her shadow, but deep down, I always hoped for a genuine bond between us. When I got engaged, I thought Emma was genuinely happy for me. She was one of the first people I called after Ethan proposed, and she squealed with excitement, promising to help with wedding planning. Little did I know that behind her bright smile was a brewing storm. The day she dropped the bombshell. It was a sunny Saturday afternoon when Emma showed up at my apartment unannounced. I was in the middle of organizing wedding favors, humming to myself when the doorbell rang. "Emma, what a surprise!" I greeted her, though the strained look on her face immediately set off alarm bells. She hesitated, then walked in and sat on my couch, wringing her hands. "Lily, we need to talk," she said, her voice shaky. "What's wrong?" I asked, setting down a box of ribbons. She took a deep breath and blurted out the words that would change everything. "I'm pregnant with Ethan's baby." For a moment I stared at her, the words echoing in my mind. And then, before I could stop myself, I burst out laughing. Emma's face turned bright red. "This isn't funny," she snapped. "Oh, Emma, it's hilarious," I replied, wiping tears of laughter from my eyes. "Because you're lying and you're terrible at it." Her jaw dropped. "You think I'm lying?" "I know you're lying," I said firmly, crossing my arms. "Because Ethan told me everything last week. The revelation." The week before, Ethan and I had been having dinner when he suddenly grew quiet, looking unusually serious. "Lily, there's something I need to tell you," he said, setting down his fork. My heart sank. "What is it?" "It's about Emma," he began. "She's been acting inappropriately toward me." He went on to explain how Emma had been sending him flirty texts for months, texts he had ignored, hoping she would stop. But it didn't end there. At family gatherings, she had started making subtle comments about how handsome he was, how lucky I was, and even how great they would look together. "She cornered me at your parents' anniversary party," Ethan admitted, his face clouded with discomfort. "She told me she was in love with me and begged me not to marry you." I stared at him, stunned. "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" "I didn't want to upset you," he said. "But now she's been ramping it up, and I felt you needed to know." I was furious, not at Ethan, but at Emma. Yet I also felt an overwhelming sense of relief knowing Ethan had shut her down and trusted me enough to come clean. Emma's desperation. Back in my apartment, Emma was still trying to defend herself. "Ethan lied to you," she insisted. "He's trying to cover up what really happened between us." "Oh, really?" I said, raising an eyebrow. "And what exactly did happen, Emma? Did he miraculously fall in love with you while planning a wedding with me? Or was it during one of those imaginary rendezvous you've cooked up in your head?" Her face crumpled, and she began to cry. "You don't understand, Lily. I'm miserable. My life is falling apart, and you have everything I've ever wanted." There it was, the truth. Emma admitted that she had been spiraling ever since her last breakup. She had lost her job, was drowning in debt, and felt like a failure compared to me. Seeing Ethan and me so happy had been the final straw. "I just wanted to hurt you," she confessed, her voice barely above a whisper. "I wanted you to feel as awful as I do." The turning point. I was furious, but I also felt a pang of pity. For all her beauty and charm, Emma was deeply insecure. "I'm sorry you're struggling," I said, my voice steady. "But trying to sabotage my happiness isn't the answer. You need to take responsibility for your own life and stop blaming me for your problems." She nodded, tears streaming down her face. "I know, I'll get help." And to her credit, she did. Emma started therapy, found a new job, and began to rebuild her life. It wasn't easy to forgive her, but I did it for my own peace of mind. The wedding day. Our wedding day was everything I had dreamed of and more. Surrounded by family and friends, Ethan and I exchanged vows, promising to love and support each other through life's ups and downs. Emma chose not to attend, saying she needed time to work on herself. While her absence was noticeable, I was grateful for the lack of drama. As Ethan and I danced under the twinkling lights, I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of gratitude. Life had tested us in ways I never imagined, but we had come out stronger. Sometimes the people you trust the most can hurt you in unimaginable ways. But with honesty, trust, and a little bit of laughter, even the most complicated relationships can find a path to healing. When Lily's sister Emma makes a shocking confession just weeks before her wedding, claiming to be pregnant with Lily's fiancé Ethan's baby, Lily's world should have crumbled. But instead of despair, Lily laughs. Why? Because she already knows the truth. This is a tale of trust, betrayal, and the power of honesty in love. As secrets unravel and jealousy takes center stage, Lily must confront her sister's insecurities and safeguard her own happiness. Will love prevail, or will the ties of family and envy destroy everything? A heartwarming story of resilience, forgiveness, and the unshakable bond of trust.